I have a few questions, and the first one is around me and Benjamin looking at the data increase in 55% non-Māori engaging with your content. And I was just wondering if there is an appetite for whakaata Māori in the global market with the rising demands of te reo Māori content and te ao Māori content. And we asked the same pātai with te māngai pāho with te ao Pewhairangi going over to the Olympics and the great, I guess, social media being able to be like a doorway for international viewers. So is there appetite for that, and how would you be able to keep up with that with the stagnant funding? And then my second pātai is around moving over to the digitization through social media platforms. And this is a bit of a weird question, but if you receive any funding from those apps also, knowing that there's also challenging times with TikTok, Instagram, and the legislation's place in the US, is there kind of plans around that also? Yeah.
The kōpā mod, I think that might just be an interpretation from te reo Māori, because Paraone was obviously shared his kōrero in te reo Māori, and I think that āhuatanga and the mahangatanga is we're just kind of making equivalencies in terms of the warmth towards it, whereas kōpā is about the use of te reo Māori in an individual.
No, it profoundly wasn't. The kōpā wasn't about people's use. It was about their attitude towards
I think you two should have your discussion.
Yes. Mr. Chair, if I can just go,
So Taylor, my question is just around how has te māngai pāho managed, I guess, kia au nei kua tino tahuri te ao ki tēnei momo mea te ao Māori, i runga i ngā pai pāho hoki. And making sure that we get to tell our story kind of correctly, and making sure that we keep the IP safe in terms of the way we tell our stories. So how has is there any kind of way that where te māngai pāho's looking into taking care of that data, that storytelling data, and then also how have you guys managed to keep up with the demand of the rising of people wanting to learn on Māori language content, but knowing that the funding has stayed stagnant? What have been the challenges in that?
Thanks to you all, and also my acknowledgement that mahi is very important to our tamariki ao rangatahi as well. And just it was more of an interest and an inquiry rather than an accusation of any sort.
Have there been any work or surveys or analysis being done on the impact it has for the confidence and how rangatahi and tamariki in general perceive their connectedness with their environment and, with te reo and etc. in general?
Another primary from Benjamin Doyle.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. Just interested to know how things are going in the relationships you hold with iwi and hapu and the tensions that exist there. Has there been some progress or work on improving those relationships? You talked about the developments being a point of contact sometimes for iwi and hapu, and you've mentioned in here around renewable energies. Have you seen any increase in interest from otherwise disengaged hapu or iwi since kind of moving forward on some feasibility analysis on renewable? No. Just looking at your priority outcomes and noting some really great improvements and increases. And I just have a curiosity around viewer increase in understanding of te reo Māori through content which has decreased from 67 to 63%, and noting that there's likely a correlation between that and the swelling numbers of viewerships globally. Noting that, for example, there's an increase in understanding of Māori perspectives and tikanga from non-Māori viewers. So my question really is, how do you maintain a balance when you're casting a wider net and having a growing audience of continuing to build te reo Māori knowledge and efficacy while engaging in broad audience who may be engaging for the first time with Māori content. So that's quite a difficult balance to strike. And then supplementary to that is, how do you do that with a shrinking budget? Noting the incredible uptake in online media engagement, especially the 1000% increase in viewership of social media content. That swelling seems to me unsustainable, but maybe I'm wrong, as you reach into global markets more. So how do we sustain and maintain consistent growth that may not look like that, but continues to proliferate te reo Māori content, especially online, when there's budget restraints? So I'm just interested to know what the strategy with that is. One of the documents you've shared with us, you speak about whānau raising children in te reo Māori, you speak about rangatahi audiences, active te reo Māori learners, and I have a particular interest in education, Māori education specifically, and I just want to know if you can point me or reference what Māori educational strategies or philosophies kind of are being utilised in this. Is it te aho matua? Have you developed your own? What informs kind of the apo aspect of your content?